Alright, BobalosRex here, and you're probably already gonna know what this video is about. It's about the Zaralek Cavern and Forbidden Reach rare changes that Blizzard is coming up with here, and we're gonna talk about them. But let's get into it. I'm just gonna read through these real quick. Then I'm gonna talk about what these seem to show Blizzard's trying to do, and then I'm gonna talk about the problems with the zones and my solutions. But let's read what Blizzard's trying to do. Let's see. Alright. You see the Wowhead sum up. 15-minute response. So let's read this. Fixed issues causing rare elites in Forbidden Reach, Zaralek Cavern, and the Emerald Dream to not award credit to players in a raid group. Good. That's a good fix. Unpulled rare elites in Forbidden Reach and Zaralek Cavern should now despawn after 15 minutes unless players are in their immediate vicinity. So, what this is going to look like is, say you're used to, on a dead server, rolling up to the zone, you see the whole thing full of rares, you're going to only see some of the area full of rares. Because there is a lot of overlap in these spawns, especially if you look at the map here. I'll show you. There's still rares all over the place on my server, but because they do have a fast respawn, and I don't know if they've been making it faster behind the scenes too. But let's read this second post as well, trying to clarify what they meant with the changes. Alright. Blizzard, we've been closely reading your feedback about the recent changes. Feedback that consists of, why are you doing this, stop doing this, why, just nerf the rares, blah blah blah. Okay, but let's read this. Recent changes to rare elite creatures in Zaralek Caverns and Forbidden Reach. A number of you have asked why we made this change, so we want to give some more explanation. We can also share a bit about what might happen next. This is what I'm glad about. They're actually telling us that they're gonna be doing more stuff, and they are open to change. So that's why I'm making this. Hopefully they look at this, or hopefully they see more people talking about this. We use Zaralek Caverns as an example for this explanation, but all points also apply to Forbidden Reach. As shown above, Zaralek Cavern map regularly displays 12 to 15 rare elite enemies available to kill at any given time. We'll talk about Zaralek Cavern specifically, because remember, Zaralek Cavern has cycles, and your rare reset resets with those cycles, which is already weird and annoying. This was not an occasional jackpot moment. It was the default state of the zone for most players who came along. Because of this, we regularly saw players who might want to take down those rare elites, but they and other players were apparently, they're saying other players were scattered all around the zone. Due to the sheer number of different spawn points, players simply wouldn't come across other players who were looking to fight the same rare, even in Group Finder. Yesterday's hotfix was a step that we're taking to focus attention on fewer rares at a time and encourage the glorious murder balls that we all know and love. Okay. We've actually heard your feedback that this feels like a quality of life reduction, particularly if you're hunting specific rare elites for rare cosmetic drops. We're considering a couple of additional changes to address this. Because it is literally a quality of life reduction for that. We recently found an issue that was causing zones like Zaralek Caverns to be underpopulated. We're working on a hotfix for that. Once we've deployed a fix, you should start seeing more players, and have an easier time finding others to group with. We're planning to adjust the drop rates of some rare cosmetics that come from these creatures. More details on that should be coming soon. Thanks as always for your feedback. Keep it coming. Alright, well, you're gonna get some feedback. So, I'm here in Zaralek Caverns. Let's look at how many rares are up to where I'd be funneled. Where am I being funneled? Alright, so these rares are up. A few have already started to despawn that I've seen earlier. I've killed one, but yeah, as you can see, they're starting to fade away. So there's only a couple of rares. So let's talk about what Blizzard wants. Blizzard wants more murder balls. They want to use this to funnel people to specific rares, even though, as you can see, if I was one player and I wanted any of these rares, I could still end up spread. Literally still end up spread. Alright? They want people to group in the pre-made, okay? what rares do we usually see people group for? Caracta. Here, let me look. We'll probably find a... Well, we won't find one today because Caracta's down today. And let's talk about... So, Zaralek Cavern and its rares rotate. I'll move myself real quick. So, So, there's sections, right? Here's a section, there's a section, there's a section, there's a section, and there's a section. Alright? If the rares are spawning in one section doesn't have spawns for that day. Alright? Okay? And the rares don't have a daily reset anymore, if you don't remember. They reset on the reset of their thing. So this reset today. So if I had killed Caracta before the reset today, alright, I would have been locked out. And it's down today. Tomorrow it will be back up, and then I can kill Caracta again. And I have to wait for it to go all the way around and get credit. Remember, we already had this drama. Alright. Forbidden Reach, it doesn't work like that, nor do I know the look of Forbidden Reach, but there's probably still a bunch of rares up. The point is being, there's still multiple rares up, so people are still going to be spread. Now, what they're saying they want is the Murder Ball. The Murder Ball happens when rares are relevant for gearing. Most people care about gear. Or, most players... When we're gonna do a big thing, it's about gear, okay? That's what it's about, alright? Are any of these things worth gear? No. No. They're barely worth flight stones. They don't drop current gear. They don't have a... You wanna know where murder balls happen right now? Dream Surge rares. And not even all the time, just sometimes when there's a lot of people. Wanna know where they... I don't even know if they happen for Emerald Dream rares. I'm going to be real. But they do happen for the big event rares. Alright? I don't think the Murder Balls happen for these rares anymore. You know, if a Murder Ball is happening, the Murder Ball is 5 people. Or like 4 people, okay? They just make a group on the thing. Hey, I want to clear these rares. Wait for an hour or however long it takes to get a couple of people that want to do that. And... in regards to the Forbidden Reach, you're doing it for a couple of pets and a possible mount. Or Season 1 transmog. Alright? So even then, it's like real sketchy. Alright? And so that's what Blizzard's trying to do. They're trying to get people to kill these rares together. But that's not going to happen unless these are relevant. Alright, so let's get into what I'm saying. So now it looks like they're trying to do like they may be trying to phase more people together. And that's one thing I don't like. Because we gotta think, we got a year left of Dragonflight. Either they make this content relevant, or they get it ready to be soloed across the board by collectors. And let me tell you, if I'm trying to collect certain pets, I don't want to have to be waiting around for the respawn. If it's 3 in the morning and I normally roll up and this place was full of rares and I can pick and choose the rares I want to be able to pick and choose the rares I want and solo them. I can already solo them on tanks. Tanks have already been soloing them. Not many other classes have been able to solo them. Probably Hunters, Warlocks, you know, you probably solo them if you're good. But why don't they make these rares soloable so they actually get killed if they want the map cleared? Alright? They talk about the jackpot moment. It would be a jackpot moment. The jackpot moment isn't, yo, look at all these rares. I can now form a group to go kill them. No, it's, all these rares are for me. I get to kill all these rares. Oh, but wait, they can't. Alright? When you find a rare in the old world, you're like, yes, I get this. It's mine. Alright? Most people think that way. Some people be like, yo, I found this cool rare, I'm gonna form a group and get more people. No, most people think like me and just want the rare for themselves, alright? We aren't getting these murder balls, these group things. And this is all gonna turn into collector's content in a year, or less than a year, okay? And you got multiple pets here and one mount, and you got Carocta up, and then the crab thing, these crab claws. You have to kill. Where did I put them? Oh, they're in this one. You have to kill every rare with this crab claw thing. Am I gonna get a group for that in War Within? No. I want to be able to equip that crab claw, right? And then by myself hit up all the rares. And now I can't hit a moment where all the rares are up, and I can easily freaking do that. Alright? Now, I've already talked about everything, my opinion on it, why I think it's problematic, and they should just prepare for it to be dead content. Or you either reinvigorate the content by making it relevant to the majority of players, either make it reward gear, maybe make it reward more flight stones, so it's like, killing rares is the best way to get flight stones. Alright, I'll go farm Zaralek Cavern. I haven't done those rares. Even though we've already acknowledged the Zaralek Cavern rare issue that's still in the game. With the 3-day resets. Or something like that. Maybe it's 4-day reset. What they need to do is they either need to make them less challenging so more people can solo them, if not healthy, so you will see more people gather around the rares. Because you want to know what people notice? If the whole zone's full of rares and then they see one drop, they'll be like, oh, and they'll try to guess what rare, and then they'll look for where the people are at, and then they'll follow along. That's one way you get a murder ball. But you're not going to have people organically forming murder balls for rares that are irrelevant. Alright, this is dead content in my mind. And it's already soloable by a group of players. It should just be allowed to be soloable by more players. That's what we've been asking for. So my solutions, if you want to get the murder balls you want, Blizzard, make them Dream Surges. Make them Dream Surge. Zaralek Cavern with Onaran Plains, and Forbidden Reach with Waking Shore. Do that and boom, fine. If they're not going to be their own zones, just put the surge effects in them. Or somehow bump up all the gear, make them relevant, people will do them, or just nerf them. Let them respawn, let them stay around, and just nerf them, and people will clear them. And some people will see a rare that they can clear solo and maybe invite someone else, but that's not happening a lot. You know, let's take a look. Let's see how many people are grouping for these rares. Oh, that's a Emerald Dream one. That's not a new rare. That's a World Boss. And that's relevant rare. Relevant rare, okay. Relevant World Boss. Relevant World Boss, okay. Relevant rare. World Boss, and PvP killing people. I don't really see the groups even with the new change. You know, either you gotta make these relevant, or you should just let them be soloable by everyone, so we can all get the stuff we want. Because at the end of the day, most expansion stuff become collector's content. And I think Blizzard should plan for stuff to become collector's content. And they have been doing a lot. A lot of War Within stuff that I've already heard is tuned for collectors. The account-wide stuff, that's collector stuff. You know? Let's go hang out at the most poppin' event on the Dragon Isles, dude. Look at it, dude. It's relevant, man. It's so relevant. But yeah, that's my vent about this. I just wanted to talk about it with my community and get my feedback for Blizzard. Just nerf the health of the rares, and on top of that, Make the Zaralek Cavern rares work like every other zone and just reset them daily. Because you want to know what zones rares did rares right? Oh my god, is someone actually doing this? Oh my god, are there people here? Oh, that's wild. Or the mobs just kill them. But Argus. The rares all had mounts. People go there to kill the rares. Those rares get killed. You have Timeless Isle. People flock around there. People aren't making groups for the Timeless Isles. They want to go there, be happy that all the rares are up, and kill them all themselves. Alright? So with Zaralek Caverns and Forbidden Reach, unless you're going to add current relevant content or buff them up, then just nerf them. Nerf them for collector's content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.